Hi students, today we are going to learn about a fundamental theorem of arithmetics. Theorem of arithmetic says that every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, and this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the prime factors occur. So it says that every composite number can be expressed the factorized as the product of the primes. The prime number, we already know the number which is expressed by 1 and itself, have a factor 1 and itself. So for example, I will take one composite number at 10. So 10, that composite, I took an example, a composite number as a 10, then it can be expressed in the form of the product of prime. Yes, can you see what is that? Yes, 2 into 5, where 2 and 5 are the prime numbers. The 2 have an factor 1 and itself, and 5 have a factor 1 and itself, so both are the prime numbers. So 10 is a composite number, so every composite number can be expressed as a product of primes, right? So here we go for the problem. Find the LCM and HCF of the following pairs of integer and verify that LCM into HCF is equal to product of the two number. So here we have to find an LCM and HCF of the both the number, given number, and also we want to verify whether LCM into HCF is equal to product of the two number. Okay, what is the given? The given number is 26. So 26, so we can find an LCM and HCF using a prime factorization, right? Euclid's division lemma we'll use only to find the LCM, but here they ask to find Euclid division lemma is used to find only the HCF. Here they ask to find the LCM, right? So I go by the prime factorization. Okay, so by prime factorization, how you can express the 26? 26 can be expressed as a 2 into 13, right? If you want, you can do in the side. 26 can be expressed as a 2 times 13, and 13 is a prime number, so we'll stop that. Clear? The next number is 91. How we can express a 91? 91 can be expressed as a 7 into 13, right? Now we find an HCF. HCF means which has a common factor, highest common factor. Which is highest common factor? You can see a 3. The common, this 13 is the common factor, right? So HCF is a 13. Then what about an LCM? So LCM of the both is what? LCM means least common multiples. LCM here is the least common multiples. So here the 2, 7 and the 13. 2 into 7 into 13. What is the value of 2 into 7 into 13? 7 2s are 14. 14 into 13, 182. Yes. So first they asked to find the LCM and HCF. We found. Then they asked to verify the LCM into HCF is equal to product. LCM into HCF is equal to product of a two number. Let me see. So what is HCF into LCM? HCF into LCM is equal to 13 into 182. What is the value of 13 into 182? Can you guess? It will be an 2366. 2366. Then product of two number. Product of two numbers. What is the given numbers? 26. Okay, can you yes. The product of two numbers is a 26. 26 into 91. The given is a 26 and 91. What is 26 into 91? We can find the 26 into 91 is also a 2366. Is it equal? Yes. So hence verified. Right? HCF and LCM of product of two numbers will be equal. So what will, if it is three numbers, if there are three numbers and they ask to find an HCF and LCM and the product is the product of three numbers and HCF and LCM are equal? No, it will not satisfy for the three number. It will satisfy only for the two numbers, given two number. It is satisfy only for the two number, not for a three or more. Okay. Here we go for the next problem. The problem 2. Check whether 6 power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. So they are asking, check whether 6 power anything, n can be anything, n can be any natural number. It says it will end with the digit 0. So if the number is ending with the digit 0, it should be a multiples of 10, right? All multiples of 10 are end with a 0. So what is the factor of 10? So factors of 10 is a 2 into 5, right? Then if it satisfies the same factor, if the 6 power n have the factor 2 and 5, then it will end with digit 0 or it will never. Let me see. What is the factor of 6? Can you guess what is the factor of 6? Yes, the prime factor of 6 is 2 into 3. So we don't have 5, only 2 is there, right? It says the 10 should have a factor of 2 and 5. 2 and 5, it have only 2, but 5 is missing. Since 5 is not a prime factor of 6, therefore 6 power n cannot end with the digit 0, right? Here we go for the next problem. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite number. So to just say the number is composite, if it is the prime, it have the factor 1 and itself. If it is the composite, then it have a more than 2 factors, that is the 1 and itself, right? That's the thing. So we'll just explain by that way. So the first number is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. Here we see the two terms, and two terms have a common factors. By applying distributive properties, we can write 13 into 7 into 11 plus 1, right? So 7 into 11 is 77, 77 plus 1 is 78. So 13 into 78. Now you see, it is an more than 2 factors, right? It has a more than 2 factors. Therefore, the given number have more than 2 factors. It is a composite number, right? What is second number? Second number is a 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. So here also you can see the 5 as a common, where you can apply a distributive property. So 5 into 7 into 6 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 1, right? So 5 into what happens? 7 6 are 42. 42 into 4 is 168. 168 into 3 504. 504. 504 into 2 is 1008. 1008 into 1 1008. 1008 plus 1 is 1009. Oh, here also we obtain a more than 2. More than 2. When it's a more than 2, it is a composite number, right? Hence it is a composite numbers. Since it is a composite number, even we can prove this problem by the theorem, that the fundamental theorem. It says that a composite number will express in the products of prime, right? In the 78 also we can express. It's like in a 13 into 78 we can express as a 2 into 3 into 13, right? So it's full of primes. 13 is a prime, 2 is a prime, 3 is a prime, 13 is a prime. So composite can be expressed in the terms of product of prime, so it is a composite. But while you come to this problem, is 1009. 1009 is a prime number. It's a prime number. You should remember the prime number, but you remembering the prime number greater than 1000, it's a little difficult. Maybe you forgot in the exam. So you can do by this method. That's why I solved this problem in this method. Even you can try with the fundamental theorems of arithmetic. Here we go for the next problem. There is a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field. while the Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? The question is, after how many minutes they will meet at a starting point? Can you guess? After how many minutes they will meet at a starting point? So what we have to find here? So meeting again at a starting point is a finding an LCM, right? So here we have to find an LCM for the 18 and 12, and the LCM of the 18 and 12 is the meeting time. Yes, here we go for the problem. So LCM of 8 is 18 and 12. So 18 we can write as a 2 into 3 into 3, product of the primes, right? And 12 we can write as a 2 into 2 into 3. So 3 2s are 6, 6 3s are 18, 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12. What is LCM? So LCM is equal to this is a common and this is a common, right? Least common factor, it's a common factor, we common factor way around. And what are the things others? 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, right? LCM is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So 2 2s are 4, 3 3s are 9, 4 3s are 36. So therefore they will meet after 36 minutes, right? Thank you.